This was the first week we were trading the 100k live account from FTMO, which we just got via 2 trading bots we applied on the challenge. For the challenge verification phase, we used the crack the code trading bot, and right now on the 100k live account, we are trading our trading bot, so-called the machine. And in today's video, I want to go pretty much through the journey so far, show you the results after only 1 week of trading with the machine, which we applied, walking you through my thinking process on why I applied those 2 trading bots for this particular trading challenge. I will walk you through the live account results on the 100k account from FTMO. A little bit about trading psychology. Even though we are 100% using trading software, there's still a little bit of a manual part, so you're still exposed to some psychological aspects. And I will also sprinkle tips here and there throughout this video in how to tackle this particular trading challenge from FTMO. And without further ado, let's head into the video. So first of all, I would like to bring on board all of those who have never heard of the FTMO challenge or of the company FTMO. Pretty much this is a company which allows you to buy capital. So you can, for example, let's say you go to one of those FTMO challenges, then you can try to qualify for 10,000 euros to trade on behalf of FTMO. They will give you this amount on a trading account, and all the profits you make, you can keep 80%. So let's say you make a profit of 1,000 after a month, you can keep 800 bucks. You can pay this out to your own bank account, and that's the upside pretty much. So let's say you only have 1k in your account, and you can pay for this 10k, which is currently actually discounted. You only pay 89 bucks to, well, potentially qualify trading in an account up to 10k. In our case, we picked US dollar, 100k, and I chose the FTMO swing account, which simply means that the rules are not that strict. So we also get a lower leverage, which I don't really mind, since it totally suits the trading style of the trading bots I'm applying. And it allows me to also stay in the trades throughout the weekend. Normally in the standard FTMO account, let's say, you have a leverage of up to 100, but you always have to close your trades on Friday when the markets are closing, and you also have to be very careful when news occur. So you also have to be quite up to date and react when news are coming out, because then you are also not supposed to be in any trades. That sounds quite stressful, and definitely does not suit my way of applying trading software, trading bots. That is why I'm opting for the FTMO swing account. The cost factors are the same. I chose MetaTrader 5. And then you see when I scroll down, to be able to potentially qualify for the 100k account, you pay 540 euros. And if you actually make it and you also trade profitable on the actual live account, you do not only get the 80-20 split, you also get a refund of those 540 bucks. I would say that is FTMO very briefly in a nutshell. And now I would like to walk you through my own journey at FTMO very briefly. So the FTMO flow process is distinguished in 3 steps, 3 phases. Step number 1 is called the FTMO challenge. You have to trade this account at least for 4 days. The maximum daily loss is 5%. So let's actually opt for the 100k account. So 5k if you have the 100k account. Your maximum loss overall is 10k, so 10%. Profit target 10%, and the fee 540 bucks. What changed, what used to be actually back in the days, is that the trading period for FTMO, I think, was something like 14 days, 10 days. So it was very, very hard, to be honest, to actually make it. Because, well, who is actually making 10% profit in only 10 to 14 days without gambling? So that is very nice that they changed that. Then step number 2, when you reach the profit target without breaching any of those requirements, you qualify for the verification phase, which is step number 2. Again, trading period is unlimited, so you don't have to stress yourself actually, what is again pretty nice. Minimum trading days, the same, 4 days. Then maximum daily loss, again 5%, 5k for 100k account. Maximum loss, the same. Profit target, actually different. Instead of 10%, you only have to make 5 5k, so 5%. What is pretty decent, very doable. And then as soon as you reach the profit target of 5k or 5%, you go to step 3, which again, trading period is unlimited. Now you qualify to become a FTMO trader. And well, the requirements actually remain the same. The maximum daily loss 5k, profit target 10%. And after you gained your first profits, you also get the, in that case, $540 refunded with your first out payment. So as soon as I actually made step number 2, I was really curious what's happening next, because then everything was blocked. Maybe I can quickly switch to this account. So that is my FTMO challenge. You see my balance. I made the 10k in returns on the 24th of July this year. Then pretty much you can't take any trades anymore, what also makes a lot of sense. And they simply tell you, well, give us a second, we will verify if you breached any of our rules. And as soon as we can confirm, we will give you the login credentials for the verification phase. That then happened. I got the login credentials. And you see, I also, in that case, overreached the target. Instead of 5k, I made 6k. Did this on the 6th of September also of this year. And then it was quite interesting, because usually it takes roughly a week, they say in the FAQ, until they grant you access to the, well, actual FTMO account, which you see right here. We are already trading for 1 week. And now you already see the profits we have made so far, which are roughly $40. And it only took FTMO only 2 days, because I already did the verification process up front. It's somewhere here hidden in your settings. And then it was super fast in granting me access to the FTMO account. And that's pretty much, well, in a nutshell, my journey with the FTMO trading challenge. The FTMO challenge and the verification phase, both I did it with the CTC trading bot, which we call internally, which means crack the code trading bot, which you can also get yourself, which is only usable for actually the verification and the challenge phase. I do not recommend to use it on the actual FTMO account, because then you would actually also breach some of the rules and terms and conditions of FTMO, but you can definitely use this trading bot for the verification phase and for the challenge phase. So if you're curious about this particular trading bot, simply feel free to reach out to us. Down below in the video description are all our points of contact. And now for the current account, the FTMO account. And what you see right here is that I'm not using the CTC trading bot anymore, but the machine. And the biggest difference, I would say, is that instead of trading US dollar Japanese yen, as with the CTC trading bot, I'm trading 3 pairs, which is Aussie CAD, Aussie New Zealand, and New Zealand CAD. And the biggest difference is that those pairs are not as volatile as US dollar Japanese yen, and these pairs are usually oscillating somewhat around the base price and normally return to that kind of level. And that is also where the edge of this particular trading bot, the machine, is based on. So if you have any questions about the CTC trading bot for the verification challenge phase, or you're interested maybe in this particular trading bot when you have made the FTMO challenge, simply feel free to check out the video description down below. There's all our contact points when you have questions. And maybe we can quickly just go into the, well, live results of this account. As you can see, mid of August this year, I got access to this account for 100k. And then right now, the volume is very low, because I'm still kind of in the get to know phase pretty much. Since this is the first time, I'm not entirely sure if the trade conditions are 101 the same as during the verification and challenge phase, but I must say it seems like it. So I will definitely switch it up next week and go into higher volumes, because this one is definitely way too low for the 100k account, but it's, yeah, for me, just pretty much testing the water pretty much. And maybe just a few couple words now to the psychological part of trading with trading bots. Usually when you are coming from the perspective of a manual trader, usually you are very active in the market, you enter, you exit manually, you manage the trades, you're pretty much always involved in every nitty gritty, usually depending of course on the degree of automation you aim for, but in that case these trading bots aiming for as much automation as possible. But it can be still sometimes quite stressful, especially when you're maybe in an equity drawdown. So the trading bot is taking more and more trades. And maybe that is something against your comfort zone, because usually, well, you would not do this when you would trade manually, but this is just the trading rationale of those trading bots. And then you simply have to step back and don't even think about intervening into this one. Only intervene with your trading bot when you really see something weird is happening. Maybe there's a bug, maybe there's also just a data breach or an error with your broker. That always happens. So that is why also trading with trading bots is never 100% automated. You always need to at least monitor what the trading software is doing. And I'm doing this also simply for my own peace of mind at the end of the day. So keep this definitely in mind when you switch from manual trading to trading via trading bots. It is different. You are not as attached to the charts as you are probably used to. In my point of view, that's a big advantage, because you can spend your time on different things. For example, figuring out a new trading strategy, or just doing something what you really like in life. And I don't know, go for a run, for example. Or simply plan for the next steps in your trading journey, right? Maybe when you made the 100K account on FTMO, that is probably not your last step. And then you can simply plan what to do next, right? And you actually have the mental capacity to do so, since you simply do not have to actively manage all these trades at entries and exits. And well, you see, for example, this trading bot is sometimes entering at like 4:46 in the morning. Or like exiting in that case. Here also going into the trade at around 9 a.m. I mean, these kind of like trading times, like around 6 a.m. getting out of the trade. I mean, normally I would say most of us would not be capable of doing that years over years and over years. I think that is also one of the big benefits of having trading software applied onto your charts. Maybe some quick tips for being successful on FTMO is, well, independently if you are having trading software or you're applying your own trading strategy, always put more time into planning, strategizing, and knowing what you would do if X, Y, Z happens, than just going into the challenge blindly. Because, for example, for this particular challenge, I was reverse engineering all the trading software I pretty much had at hand, because the requirements are a little bit different when you have certain aspects defined, right? And I was looking for statistics which I can repeat, which are having a statistical advantage. And for instance, I knew, cool, I should not breach a drawdown per day of 5%, maximum drawdown 10%. I'm aiming for 10% of returns, and I should have at least 4 trading days, or at least 4 trades per day. And these are the very rough requirements I was always having in my back mind. And that is, for example, the outcome of my analysis of all the research I had done for the CTC trading bot. So for the trading bot, for the verification, the challenge phase, I simply knew my numbers at the end of the day. I was backtesting years and years of historical tick data, and I simply knew the numbers that usually it should work out. If I would do the challenge 10 times, 20 times, in the majority of the cases I will do it. And even though if it's only 50%, which is the bare minimum of the CTC trading bot, I just simply knew it will pay back over time. So in that case, to be very honest, I got kind of lucky of making the challenge in my very first try. But I would have expected it to, well, make it eventually, even if I would have tried it 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Last famous words probably is, well, what are the next steps? What are the plans for the future regarding the FTMO challenge? I will simply try to, keep this trading account for now, since there are quite some interesting journeys you can go down on FTMO when you prove that you are consistent and profitable over time. And there's also a scaling plan. As soon, I think, as you make like 10% in returns, they will give you 10 or 20% more in funding on your account. I mean, these are things which are on my mind, but they are not really something what I'm hard pushing for, because you can't really push for these kind of results, since the market is giving you what the market can give you, and you can't really push it to like, okay, for the next 4 weeks I will aim for 10%. It's really hard to do, but it's definitely on the back of my mind that this is a possibility with FTMO. I will make another video when we actually have an outpayment. So just some proof of, well, trustworthiness of FTMO. I guess that's a classy one I've seen also many times on YouTube. If there's anything else you're interested in, also just let me know down below in the, well, comment section or on Telegram, WhatsApp, Instagram, whatsoever. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.